wind to wind. When I say wind, I mean breath. When I say breath, I mean word. When I say word, I mean meaning. When I say meaning, I mean depth. When I say depth, I mean feeling. When I say feeling, I mean passion. When I say passion, I mean streaks of soul across the air of night. When I say streaks of soul across the air of night, I mean extensions beyond the rooms we live in. When I say extensions beyond the rooms we live in, I mean balconies. And when I say balconies, I mean a place to watch the wind. God is in orbit around a man-made star. We traveled long, have we traveled far? Where is the victory which can redeem my defeats? The human heart's been beaten so much, it's amazing it still beats. And so again I stand between what I say and what I mean. And so again I stand between what I say and what I mean. If I never met you, I would never miss you. But if I had never met you, I would miss myself. God is in orbit around a man-made star. We traveled long, but have we traveled far? Except the moment's walls, and you'll become eternity's door. We are the ones we've been waiting for. Leonard Cohen said that poetry is just the evidence of life. If your life is burning well, poetry is just the ash. Coleridge put it in a more quintessential manner. He simply said poetry is the right words in the right order. E. Cummings, the great American poet, said that poetry is the clear expression of mixed feelings. And I say poetry is like cocaine. You do it in lines, it gets you high, and if you do the good stuff, you'll be addicted for life. I have a poem that's about a writer. It's called The Book and the Man. The first time I read Hemingway's The Old Man and the Sea, I thought, how boring. 120 pages about a man catching a fish. The second time I read it, a few years later, I thought, how amazing. 120 pages, and it's about everything but a man catching a fish. In the book, the old man wrestles the sea of soul itself in his tangle with the giant fish. He catches the fish, then he turns to fight off the encroaching sharks with all his might. In real life, Hemingway, an old man himself, placed the rifle in his mouth and fired. Would Hemingway have understood the book of his life differently if he'd had the chance to read it twice? This is a poem called The Gentle Wolf. Oh, a wolf that's left his cage strains to reach the sky and echoes out his rage, 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 in his wailing cry. Oh, the pack that once was with him has fallen down as rain, and by the dragons in the puddles, he knows he's gone insane. He tries to take what he cannot steal. He cries to fake what he cannot feel. He lies to make believe in a life that is a lie. First he dies, and then he lives in his wailing cry. Oh, 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 a wolf that's lost his name, known only as I, mispronounced by shame in the circus of why. He prances into madness, but before he says goodbye, he lets escape his sadness in his wailing cry. Oh, 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 Mr. Chris Carter, please. S.O.B. Sob for 1,000 years and still not cry all of my tears. When I think of all that you betrayed, my heart that you had and you chose to trade. Oh, there's nowhere left to go. River that's lost its flow. I could sob for 1,000 years and still not cry all of my tears. When I think of all that you betrayed, the sun that we had, but you chose the shade. Oh, there's nowhere left to go. Oh, what's a river that's lost its flow? They say that Jesus saves, but what can he save when there's nothing left to me? What's a forest without a tree? They say that Jesus saves, but what's an ocean that has no waves? I've lost my